everybody, and welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited to have you guys here with me today, as always. So really quickly, I just wanted to throw this out there. So yesterday's video, I had some really good feedback on it. A lot of you guys were also wondering a little bit more. I think most of the majority of the messages that I received before I put that video up were wanting to know like my advice on being a stepmom or my transition into being a stepmom, because you know they're learning how to adapt in their own relationships with stepkids. And also people wanted to know about my introduction or my relationship with my kids' moms. Now, I'm going to say this, and we're gonna leave it at this. I am basically just sharing this information with you guys because, for one, you guys already know I'm as real as it gets on this channel, and that's something that I want to keep on doing for you guys, because it's crazy that me, a girl that lives in Pennsylvania, could have a lot, if not almost the same exact life, or be going through the same thing that somebody else is going through. I've been through a lot, like from family to friendships to relationships to everything. By far, I am not a family guidance counselor, or I'm not anything like that. I am not a registered person to talk to when it comes to this stuff. I'm just simply sharing my experience in hopes that somebody else can watch this and say, hey, you know what, that's a great idea, or oh my god, I went through that same thing, I can relate. So just want to throw that out there so we could be clear before we move on. So yesterday, if you guys watched that video, you guys will know that it was just basically about my experience as a stepmom, and I wanted to kind of give you guys some like tips and suggestions going forward if you were going through the same thing. Now, another thing that I was asked about in the comments especially, you ready?
No, my dad's getting me, but do you have, what is it called?
You're so cute.
A hair dryer, because this needs to be dry.
A hair dryer? It's in my basket next to the dresser. Say hi!
Hi.
Okay, bye, have a good day at work. Okay, where were we? Was the mothers of my stepkids and how my relationship is with them, and like how our introduction was and stuff like that. So it was already getting pretty long, and I feel like that video was just like blah, 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 a whole lot of talking, although a lot of you guys really enjoyed it, so thank you for that. But it was just already too long to add in another topic, so we're here right now to do that. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. First things first, I just wanted to say, I don't know why it's hard for people to, I don't know, I feel like it's hard for people to grasp onto the fact that exes can still be friends, and that ex-husbands and ex-wives can still have respect and love for each other, and I'm totally okay with that. I think that it's great. I think it's very adult-like for you to have some type of relationship. It doesn't even have to be something close, but some type of relationship between the two of you that you can keep and be civil with each other while you guys have kids together. Like I said, I'm not a mother of my own yet, but obviously I do have stepkids, and I wouldn't choose to be anywhere else in the world right now, because I have learned a lot and I'm still learning every day, and it's only preparing me to be a better mother when I do have my baby. So just wanted to throw that out there. I think that it is super cool to coexist. Now, I'm probably going to use that word a lot in this video, because that's the best way to describe it. You're going to not spend every single day with your ex, or you know, your baby mom, or your ex-girlfriend, or whatever it is, but it's very nice when you guys can come to a understanding and, you know what I mean, be there for each other as parents and for your child. So that's great. Now, the first one I'm going to talk about is the boy's mom. Our introduction, the first time I met her was very brief. It was like I was in the car. I didn't really see her or talk to her. Once I moved here was when we really had a good like conversation. So she had asked to come talk to me, which was very respectful in its own, because you would want to make sure you know who is going to be there taking care of your kids, who's going to be living in the house with your kids, who's going to be watching your kids when your ex-husband's not around. So I respected her a lot for that. Sorry you guys, oh, I'm on my knees, it hurt. I got arthritis, don't mind me. Anyways, I really enjoyed our conversation the first time I met her. So she came over to the house, and we just talked outside for a little bit, and the first thing that was brought up was bringing the kids on my channel. She knows that I did YouTube and did videos and stuff, and I could not respect her more for that and could not agree more for that same thing, because they're still young, you know, and especially in today's day with bullying and just people talking bad and being negative, and you know, kids are always going to be kids, and it's sad to even say at this point adults are probably even worse these days. But I totally respected that, and still to this day, that's why you have not seen them on this channel. A lot of people want to assume, you know, like, oh, you know, why are those kids never around, or why is it only the girls? It's because I respect their mother, and I would never go back on that promise I made to her. And of course, the girls are older. The girls are older, they live with us, their dad allows them to do it, and they want to be a part of the videos. So of course, I allow them to do so. Now, as a mother, I respect that 100%, and that is why. So we're gonna clear the air right now. That is why they have not been shown. If it is, it's been literally like the side of their face, or they're like way in the background with like a little forehead peeping out or something like that. Now, another thing that we did talk about in that conversation was, you know, I told her, I said, you know what, I'm never want you to think or assume that I am going to push being their mom. You know, I'm not going to ever do that, because they have you and you love them more than anybody could, and I will never ever try to take that from you ever. I respect that you're their mother, and I'll only love them as much as I do my own kids. I think I even started crying because anytime I talk about kids and my love for kids, I just get very emotional, just because it's been so long, and I've, you know, been wanting a kid of my own since I was like 5. Not even joking. But yeah, so we just talked about that, and I just reassured her that, you know, I would love her kids like they were my own kids, and that I would always take care of them. Promised her that I would always look out for them and have their best interests in mind. And yeah, now aside from that, she is a great mom. Like, anytime that the boys come over, they always have some new shoes on, or they always got a new fit on. Like, she is literally like everything a mom should be. She works very hard. She's a very hard-working woman. She works crazy hours, and I literally bow down to her, because it's amazing what she does. So she has, you know, kids of her own as well, and I think that she's a great mother. Our first conversation that we had when she did come to the house, and we had like that heart-to-heart conversation and that introduction, we basically set the tone and set the boundary right there for how her and I's relationship was going to go on moving forward. And it was just really nice. It was really nice, and I'll still to this day never forget that. So now when we go to basketball games, or if we go to football games, or whatever it is for the boys, we're always all there together, and it's always, you know, very respectful. Hello, how are you? Like, I'm doing good. Or, you know, we'll sit next to each other, or like even laugh. I remember one time we were at a basketball game, and somebody on the other team's like parent started yelling at me, and I went back and forth with him, and she was like, yo girl, like, I got your back, let me know what we gotta do. So it's just very nice to have that, you know, it's very nice to have that type of relationship, like I said, where you can coexist. You know, her relationship, my relationship with the kids, everybody is just, you know, together and one, you know, happy family, which is great. So really quickly before I move on to the girl's mom, I also just wanted to say as well, I think it's extremely important not to talk about somebody in front of their kids. Thankfully, I've never had to worry about that with the boys' moms, because I'm very fond of her and I respect her to the fullest. I don't have anything bad to say about her. But just thinking about it, and I mean, being in other situations and seeing how other people's relationships have gone, I'm not saying it always is going to be perfect, but I've also seen some things happen in other people's relationships with kids and stepkids being involved where it's been somebody that I knew, and obviously I don't talk to that person anymore, but this was somebody that I knew growing up. She was dating somebody that had 2 kids and was constantly like bad-mouthing their mom, and I was just like, I don't understand, like, you know, these kids are gonna hear everything you're saying, and not only that, now you're putting negativity like out there for the kids to hear, and then the kids to go back and tell their mom. It's just causing more problems. It's gonna cause more problems for you, for him, for the kids, and it doesn't make you look good as a step parent. Like, there's no need for you to say anything bad. If you don't agree with something, cool, work it out between either their mom or your husband or your boyfriend or whoever it is that you're with. But I feel like it's very important to leave kids out of it. Like, you should never have to say anything about somebody or bash somebody just because they're, you know what I mean, the mother of your new boyfriend or your husband's kids. Like, I just never understood that, and I'll never be that person. I don't know, like, I just feel like there's a right time and place for everything. And when you're bad mouthing somebody else, especially in her situation, the girl that I knew growing up, never even met the mom before, and that was something that I kind of was like slowly losing respect for this girl, because I was just like, you don't even know who this mom is, you know what I mean? Like, you never even met her. Like, what if you guys actually met and became cool and started being friends? Imagine the concept that that would actually happen, because people don't even give it a chance. I think that like I said at the beginning of this video, you have to be open-minded to talk to somebody and to meet somebody, and you have to want that. Like, I mean, I would definitely want to be a part of my stepkid's life, and with that being said, you have to allow the other person in. Like, that's their mom. You can't shun somebody that you never even met, you know what I mean? You never even gave her a chance. Like, she might actually be a cool person, and you're just sitting here bad-mouthing her, not only to your boyfriend, but around his kids. Like, that's horrible. So just stay out of it. That's what I'm gonna say. Just stay out of it. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say it all. That applies in every aspect of your life. Anyways, moving on. The girl's mom, I don't really have much to say. We're just gonna leave it at that. I'm going to be a very nice and stay positive and stay with a smile on my face. I'm just gonna say, like I said yesterday, I don't really have respect for somebody who doesn't want to be involved in their kid's life. What really, I think, hurts me the most, there's people out there who have been on waiting lists to have kids. There's people out there who cannot have kids. There's people out there who spend thousands of dollars to try to have a kid, and it still sometimes won't even work at that. So when life blesses you with an angel, or 3 angels at that, and it's, you know, not something that you make important in your life, it's very hard for me to understand or to have respect for you at that point. So we just said we're not bad mouthing anybody, so I'm going to keep it very simple and short when it comes to that. My older brother, they had trouble having my nephew. His name is Alex, and he's the cutest little booger ever. They had trouble conceiving at that time, and so they ended up having to do in vitro. And if you guys know, in vitro is like, you know, isn't a pretty penny. It's not cheap. But there's a lot of people who go through this, and if you know the in vitro process, you have to like stick yourself, you know, in your stomach at every so often, and have to take these pills, and you have to do this and tests and all this stuff just to have a baby. So, you know, for somebody to have someone in their life, or to be able to have a child and not care for it, is something I will never understand. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I really commend Conrad as well, because he's been through so much. Like, he had a whole nother life before he met me, so I really commend him for how strong he is and how far he's come, you know, with the situations that he's been in his life. But really, at the end of the day, you guys, it's really not that hard. I think the most important part about all of this that was said today in today's video is you have to have, for one, open communication. Don't talk about, you know, someone in your life's kid's mom or dad. Like, nothing is gonna come good from you saying something bad about a child's parent. Like, I just, you know, there's no need to go there. It's not gonna be healthy for you. It's not gonna be healthy for your relationship or for that child. You have to remember, these kids are sponges, and these kids will remember everything. What they go through today as a child, they will never forget, for one, and it basically molds them, you know, for the future. And I just think that that's like super important, and I think that a lot of parents forget about that. We have to remember the kids are the #1 key to this whole thing, and instead of focusing a lot of that bad energy into fighting or into not communicating or not making it work, like, we have to remember what the main part of this whole thing is, and that's the child. So that's it. That's all I got for you guys. If you are somebody who is dating somebody that has, you know, a child that you're going to be a stepmother to or a stepfather to, I think that it's very important for you to have that communication with, you know, the other parent, and just so that they know who you are, and so that they can really see you and talk to you and really get to know you as a person, because at the end of the day, they're leaving their child in your hands, and they need to be able to trust you. They need to know that you're going to take care of their child. I speak from experiences always. I will never speak out of my butt for no reason, just to say things. Like, everything that I'm telling you guys is something that I've either seen, lived through, or am going through. So I just want you guys to know that. Just remember, at the end of the day, it's always about the child, and just be mindful about maybe things you're saying or conversations you're having when they're around, because they'll never forget. And yeah, that's it. Basically, I just wanted to kind of share with you guys. Like I said, I am not a relationship or a family guru or anything like that, but I'm just sharing with you guys things that I've been through, and I hope that you guys can kind of take it for what it is. And if it's something that's going to help you get through it, or maybe you're going through a similar situation, this video has helped you today. So anyways, that is it for this video. So thank you guys so much for watching. As always, make sure that you guys are subscribed, hit that bell down below so that you guys don't miss our next video. And I'm pretty sure you guys are probably tired of me just being alone in a video for now, so I'll make sure to get back to our regular videos. I just wanted to make sure that for those that were going through it, that were requesting this video, which was a lot, I wanted to make sure that I was also here for you guys as well. So anyways, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment down below, and share with everybody you know. And yeah, we'll see you guys in our next video. Bye.